Being a seafarer, can you work on any vessel or some certain vessels? And if you can easily change type of vessel. Hi guys, I'm Captain Yevgen and you are on Estumar channel, and today we will discuss if the seafarer is kind of universal or multi-purpose job so that you can work on any vessel you want and you can actually choose the place you want to work or not. To simplify our discussion, because it can take hours, but you might be already a seafarer and you know a lot of things, or you want to become a seafarer and you think if it is worthy or not, or you just like some stories about the sea and you're on this channel. Let's divide all the fleet all over the world into three directions. We would say cargo fleet, and we consider all type of vessels which carry cargo from port to port. So actually, so shipment of cargo, we would say. It might be bulk carrier, container ships, oil tankers, gas carriers, and we would say different more type of vessels. The same as on the long leg, on the short leg, inside one country, and so on. We will just say it as a one, let's say, kind of cargo fleet. Then passenger fleet. So normally we take pure passenger ships, I mean, and then they don't have cargo, only passengers and everything about the welfare and service for the passengers. And kind of special purpose fleet, where you might already know about something like offshore, about oil and gas industry and renewable energy. Also, you might know about dynamic positioning vessels or DP vessels. Then if you would like to learn about more about this direction, just drop a message into comment and I will describe in details. I'm very good in dynamic positioning, I can tell you in advance, have a lot of competences. But now we are talking about seafarers, because the general opinion is that if you are seafarer, then it's like, a common word. So the seafarer or seaman, a person who can work at sea. So at sea, any ship. But even though we would like to have this situation, in fact, we don't have that much choice. And of course, you might refer to some stories of success, I would call them this way, so that the person worked several years, let's say on the bulk carrier or container ship, and then transfer easily, just applied to some specific and well-paid job, and it is very interesting and have a lot of advantages and the things you can get apart of money, like promotions and let's say stable job, long-term projects. I know such stories a lot. I can tell you even more. Then I know them a lot, then I come close to these people, and it is always a story behind this story. So my suggestion is to calm down. Do not look for the justice in the world, if it is like it's fair or unfair, and just to concentrate on your situation. And let's say in my situation, when I was in the beginning of my career, I think I made kind of a mistake because I didn't gather enough information about what is going on. I was concentrated on the job itself because I like this job. I like to be a seaman, and I like everything what it brings to my life, everything, how you develop yourself in this profession, and then how you understand it, and then based on your knowledge, the money, income, which it also brings to your life and to your family. So I was ready just to work where the job is paid enough, and of course I was thinking about kind of wide direction, like a lot of container ships, for example, all over the world. And being a professional container ship, you can easily find a job, correct? Also bulk carriers, well enough. Then you have tankers, oil tankers or gas carriers, where you need to know more, to keep your safety awareness on a high level, but you will be paid more, because this job also related to kind of risks. And then I learned about offshore and so on. But I can tell you that when I was an ordinary seaman, even cadet, I didn't think that deep. I was just, okay, I want to become an officer. Yeah, and I was concentrated on this. If it is good enough or not, I can't say. But if we come back about 20 years ago, that was not that many sources of information available, free of charge, and you can find yourself. That you need to be either have some relatives which would share this information, or maybe you need to pay for this information, or you need to be a very communicative person, so you are proper time, proper place, and somebody sharing this information. Yeah, so not all of us, we are really easy to communicate, but now you can just with one click, even to come on to this channel, to Estumar channel, and get a lot of information and to, let's say, make your point of view wider. So then the truth is that even though you already have experience on some vessel, it already comes to your background, and the company always want to have experienced people. Yeah, so this is a like a snake which is biting the tail. Yeah, so it's never cannot be splitted. So we got education, we don't have experience. But to get experience, you need to already have kind of experience, so the company can take you. So, and then first contracts and seagoing experience is very challenging. Then you have kind of experience on kind of ship, let's say bulk carriers, and then you want to come to container ship, and they say, oh, you don't know anything about the lashing, about the cargo security manual, what is twist lock, stockade con, what is this and how is this, what is bay, what is row, and so on. So you need to learn from the beginning. Dangerous goods, what is in the hold, what is on the hatches, I would say, and then what to pay attention, refrigerators, how to handle them, oversized cargo. So then company wants you to know about all of this. Or you are from container ship, you want to go tankers, because oil and gas carriers, they just simply pay better salary. So you want to transfer. They also, oh, you don't know, the cargo watch is very complicated, you need to pay attention also on pumps and so on. You need to know how to report, where is the critical or not critical. Even though you are still rating, then you are becoming an officer. Right? So they're already choosing, but you're still being a AB or oiler, then you are still okay. You can manage. Then becoming an officer, it's becoming more complicated, because then they pay attention on the size of the ship you was, on the big container ship, on the small container ship. You've been working on the busy area like Singapore Strait, China Sea, or did you had a passage through the oceans and so on. So then you're becoming a chief officer, which is now the situation when you really need to decide if you want to continue with this fleet. Because to being a chief officer on one fleet, to go as a chief officer on another fleet, I can't say that I know that many examples. It's most probably is a demotion, not a promotion, that you're going lower in position and then building your career again. And I would not motivate anyone to follow this. Yeah, so because you are losing on time and so on. It's not like critical and not end of the life if you do so and you decide, and I know people were doing this and even they succeeded in the result. So they actually demoted on one or two contracts and then quickly promoted because he'd been already a chief officer and he just was accepted as experienced on this type of ship. So then he knows the management position job and was promoted very fast. But still, what I would advise, of course, in the beginning of your career, you cannot, let's say, refuse job offers. Yeah, you need to accept them to get your seagoing experience, then to get some promotions and grow. Start to earn some kind of money. On the officer position, being a third or second officer, to get as much information as possible, to decide if you want to continue with this life. For example, the life on bulk carriers, it might be like, it's routine and stable. You have your schedule and you're happy with this. And you don't want to know more. You are professional in your sector. You know how to cheat inspector. You know how to respond on the Coast Guard questions, and that's enough. But then I know people which became a chief officers on the bulk carriers, and they say, "Oh, I can't." I can't just say that I'm 30, 35 years old and this is everything I can learn and then the rest is only this what I know already. I want to try something else, and they go to offshore fleet, start from the beginning, put themselves into challenges which are very difficult. So which I would say better to accept while you're still young, and younger positions, maybe it's even easier. As a conclusion of this video, I would like to highlight, yes, seafarer is a perfect profession, but it's not that universal or multi-purpose. You're becoming a professional on kind of sector, and it's rather better to decide in the beginning of your career that this sector is what you want. It is, let's say, the pressure of this sector and money income which you are getting then in the end of the month is in balance. It's not like, okay, you don't work too much and then you don't earn much, but the expenses are higher, so it doesn't satisfy your expectations. Or opposite, you are working a lot, you get a lot of money, but then you don't have time to enjoy your life and you are stressed when you are coming home. I hope this video is useful for you and you enjoy, and thanks for watching. And please, if it is so, push like and make sure you subscribe in this channel. Here we are talking about the maritime industry and how to build career. Keep in touch. See you next video.